watching Fox 10 Arizona Morning with Ron Hoon, Rick D'Amico, Andrea Robinson, Kristen Anderson, and Corey McCloskey in HD.
And the Jodi Arias murder trial has been gaining a lot of attention, especially on social networking sites. How social media has played a role in the trial. Who you're talking to? The Jodi Arias trial has, for lack of a better word, become entertainment, we're sorry to say, but it's true. People across the country are following the case, giving their opinions on Facebook and Twitter and whatever in social networks.
Exactly, yeah. And there are even pro and con websites for Arias that have been started. Brent Kleinman, managing attorney at Kleinman Law Firm, is here to talk a little bit about the social media influence on such a high-profile case like this. Good morning.
Good morning. It's great to be here.
Thanks for coming on with us. So it has become a big social media phenomenon, right?
It really has. I mean, if anyone goes on Facebook and just searches Jodi Arias, you'll find about 15, 20 different pages that are either pro or anti-Jodi Arias, and people making comments nonstop.
Now, with all of that out there and with everyone talking about it and kind of so absorbed in it, could something like social media take away her right to a fair trial or sway, you know, people's opinions one way or the other?
Well, it is very possible. I mean, there was a case actually just in Arkansas where a man was convicted of murder and sentenced to death penalty, and 2 years after the trial, they found out that a juror was tweeting during the trial, and they actually ruled for a mistrial and sent it back for him to be tried again. So it may not even happen while the trial's occurring, but there will be people that will be searching Twitter, Facebook, and all the social media sites to see if there was anything that could be linked to a juror during the trial.
How does social media in this particular case especially affect the attorneys, both defense and prosecution, on their manner of executing the case?
Well, I think it's similar to, I mean, an athlete who reads articles when they're performing. I mean, the lawyers, they may say they never look at it, but there's a lot of other lawyers, commentators putting out worlds of advice and things that are happening on social media. You did this right, not right. You got to be a little bit more aggressive with the jury, and it's got to sway their performance.
Really?
I mean,
yeah.
As far as the jury is concerned, I mean, to stay disconnected from the world and social media and stuff is hard to do. We know they're not supposed to, but is it an easy task to monitor their footprint online as they're going through this trial, to monitor the jurors?
Well, the courts don't proactively do anything to monitor it, but it's a responsibility of the two parties, the state and the defense, to try and keep track of that. It's so easy to create an account and just say, I'm Joe Smith and this is my new Facebook account, and tweet whatever you want. So there's that concern. But the big concern is also researching, because the lawyers fight so hard to keep certain evidence in or out that if someone decides to just go to Wikipedia or Google to say, what does this really mean? What is premeditation? And you're getting a definition that may not be allowed in this trial and could make the difference to her being convicted or not convicted.
What if I'm just an observer sitting in the courtroom watching, and then I tweet, what are my rights? Am I exercising my First Amendment right, or am I getting in trouble?
If you go to the hashtag Jodi Arias on Twitter, there's probably 20 people in the courtroom, as well as the reporters in there, that are giving a live streaming accounting of exactly what's happening, how the jury's reacting, how the witness is doing, what lawyers are talking to each other, and it's a neat commentary to kind of just keep it on the back of your computer screen during the day. It's sometimes...
Well, you can feel like you're right in the courtroom with social media these days. That on top of the streaming capabilities that we have, where you can watch it from your computer at work.
Exactly,
But I'm not violating anything that the judge would want, you know, when he says he squelches the information.
No, the only thing that could be violated is if you took pictures of a juror or somehow identified a juror, so it could become public knowledge. That's the only concern.
Brent Kleinman is managing attorney, Kleinman Law Firm. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you for coming in.
Great information.